Hello to everyone, my friends. Welcome to our channel Global Perspective. Today I am going to discuss about some basics of economic principles. Certainly, I can provide a more comprehensive overview of basic economic principles within this video. Let's dive into each of the key concepts. First of all, we try to understand about scarcity and choice. Economics begins with the fundamental problems of scarcity. Resources like land, labor, capital are limited while human wants and needs are virtually limitless. This scarcity necessitates making choices about the allocating resources to different uses. Every decision involves trade-offs where selecting one option means giving up the opportunities to choose another. And point 2, opportunity cost. Opportunity cost is a central concept in economics. It refers to the value of the next best alternative foregone when a decision is made. Understanding opportunity cost is crucial because it prompts individuals and societies to evaluate the potential benefits and the drawbacks of different choices. And third point, supply and demand. Supply and demand are the building blocks of market interactions. Supply represents the quality of a good or a service producers are willing to provide at different prices levels. Demand signifies the quantity consumers are willing to buy at various price points. Equilibrium is achieved when supply equals demand, stabilizing the market clearing price. And 4 principles, basic principles, elasticity. Price elasticity of demand measured by how responsive the quality demanded of the good is to change its price. If demand is elastic, a small price change leads to a proportionality larger change in quantity demanded. Conversely, inelastic demand results in a smaller changes in a quantity in response to price fluctuations. And 5, utility and marginal analysis. People make choices to the maximum their utility or satisfactions. However, as individuals consume more of good, the additional satisfactions gained, marginal utility tends to diminish. Rational decision making involves comprising the marginal utility of consuming one more unit with the cost of acquiring it. And next, and sixth number, production and cost. The production process involves the combining inputs land, labor, capital to the produced outcomes, goods and services. Costs are classified into fixed costs independent of output levels, and variables cost vary with production levels. Understanding production and cost structures aids businesses in optimizing their operations. And 7, perfection competitions. Perfect competition is a theoretical market structure characterized by many buyers and sellers. Homogeneous products, perfect information and easy entry and exit. No individual participants can influence market price, making each a price taker. The market price acts as both demand and supply price. And 8, monopoly and market power. A monopoly exists when a single producer controls the entire supply of a good or service, leading to significant market power, and monopolists can set prices and outputs levels, but their practices can lead to reduced consumers surplus and inefficiency due to lack of competitions. An oligopoly and the monopolistic competition. Oligopolies involve a few large firms dominating a market, leading to interdependent decisions making. Monopolistic competition features many firms selling differentiated products. Both scenarios can involve non-price competition such as advertising and product differentiation. And 10th, externalities. Externalities are unintended side effects of economic activities that affect third parties who are not directly involved in that activity. Negative externalities like pollutions imposed cost on society, and while positive externalities such as education and yield benefits, government intervention may be necessary to the internalize externalities. And 11 point, public goods. Public goods are non-excludable. Individuals can't be excluded from using them. And non-rivalrous one person's use doesn't diminish another's. These goods are difficult to provide through the market since people can free ride. Government interventions is typically required to ensure their provisions. In 12, market failure. Market failure occur when the market doesn't allocate resources efficiently. Information asymmetry, where one party has more information than another, can lead to adverse selection and moral hazard. These issues can disrupt the functioning of markets and necessitating government intervention. And next, and 13 point, gross domestic product, GDP. GDP measures the total value of all goods and services produced within a country's border. Over a specific period, it can be calculated using three approaches: production, sum of all value added; income, sum of all incomes earned; and the expenditure, sum of all expenditures, spendings. And 14 point, unemployment and inflation. Unemployment measures the percentage of the labor force actively seeking employment but without job. Inflation refers to the general increase in price over the time. Both unemployment and inflation impact economic stability and the policy decisions. And 15 point, fiscal and monetary policy. Fiscal and monetary policy, the involves FP involves government actions related to the taxation and spending. It's used to influence economic activity, stabilize the economy, and achieve certain policy objectives. Monetary policy, managed by the central banks, focuses on regulating the monetary supply, money supply, and interest rates to control inflation and stimulate economic growth. X16 point, international trade. International trade is derived by the comparative advantage where countries specialized in the producing goods, they can produce more efficiently than others. Trade benefits country by allocating them to consume beyond their production's possibility and access resources their lack domestically. And 17 point, exchange rates. Exchange rates determine the value of one country's currency relative to another's. They influence the cost of international trade, impact on countries' trade balance, and can be affected by the factors such as interest rates, inflation, and economic indicators. At 18 points, economic growth. Economic growth refers to the sustained increase in the country's real GDP. Over time, it's driven by factors like technological advancement, capital accumulations, and improvement in human capital, education and skills, and institutional reforms. And ninth, development economics. Development economics focus on the improving living standard in the low income countries. It addresses issues like poverty, inequality, and access to education and the healthcare, infrastructure development, and strategy for the sustainable economic growth. And last and 20 principles, basic principle of economy, behavioral economics. Behavioral economics integrates insights from the psychology into economic analysis. It recognizes that individuals don't always make rational decisions, and their behavior can be influenced by cognitive biasness and emotional factors. This field seeks to understand and predict these deviations from the traditional economic models. Economics is a dynamic discipline that continues to evolve as societies and economies change. These principles provide a solid foundations for a understanding how economies functions, how individuals make choices, and how policies impact economic outcomes. So my friends, these are some economics basic rules and principles in short. This is like a review, not in details. I would want to say this video must be watched in multiple times, so that perfection could be. Thank you for listening me, and please like and subscribe my channel. Hit the bell icon for information of next upcoming videos. Thank you to all of you.